Welcome to Ventor. This is the Road King, one of the few Harleys I've not ridden. This beautiful November day. Let's see what she's like. Road King Special Stage 1. This is a lovely place to be sitting, the Road King. I've only been going 5 minutes. Crow Village, 30 miles an hour. Very, very comfortable. Lovely seat, more padding than my Fat Bob. Handlebars, a bit higher than I'm used to, but that's fine. It suits the bike. Sitting up nicely. It's probably going to make me a bit more of a parachute in the wind, but it doesn't matter. It's all about being in the air naked. Here we go. It pulls well. Of course, the old 114 is a brilliant engine, very torquey. And well, I'm used to the Larry 131 in Fat Bob, but you can do the same with this. Now, a bit of a warning. I was talking to a friend the other evening, Yamaha. He thought it was a bit of a money pit, but it is a money pit compared to one of these or any Harley. Because really, if you buy this Road King Special, then you're going to make some mods. They may be small, they may be major, but most likely you're going to make some modifications. You might go for higher up handlebars, have that 8-pounder look. Quite a few people do that with the Road King. It looks good. You might be crazy like me and swap the engine out for the 131. A little bit expensive, but well worth it in my opinion. Of course you need stage 1 exhaust, at least in my opinion, otherwise it's just too quiet. Can't have that as a Harley. I don't think so. And well, you probably want a sissy bar for your girlfriend, wife, whatever. This is properly a cruiser. This, you're sitting here more very happy, going swiftly, but at the speed limit. This one is all black, which is the cheapest paint option, but actually I think really it's probably the best option if you're going to start doing your own things. For instance, like on mine, it's black, chrome has gone, it's now got orange bits. Personal choice. You may prefer to have the chrome, but I think this suits the black angry look. Whoops, wheel's fallen off that one. Someone didn't do the wheel up properly, did they? Never mind. A friend of mine has this same model, brand new. He bought it this summer, and he was riding behind me, and I thought, wow, that looks good. What he's also got, as well as the headlight, that looks fantastic. I love the LED headlight on this. He's also put running lights in where the indicators are. Proper Harley fitted, so they go out when you indicate. But when it's behind you, it looks brilliant, stands out, makes it safer, I guess. Visibility. I just looked at the fuel tank. It's got bugger all in. Of course, the fuel gauge is here. That ain't a lot good. I need to find a garage, which is a bit of a pain because I've been past them. Okay, time to put some petrol in this beauty. Right, nice open road. It certainly takes off. See, it's got cruise control on. Lovely. Standard cruise control. Love it. Anyway, one thing you don't have to add, it's already on. It does go round corners well, but it still isn't up to the Fat Bob performance. I've got quite a few edges, I guess. There's the weight difference. So Fat Bob weight above, and now the Road King weight above. So there's that weight, extra weight on here. Doesn't feel that heavy, but I'm sure it makes a difference in the speed we can attack corners and turn in. Oh, listen to that. But this is a lovely place to sit. I'm really, really enjoying being on here. let's look around the outside too. But this bike looks just... it's got a really good look to it. I think Harley have got this one spot on for looks. And actually, the good news is, well, in my opinion, the black one is the one to go for. It's the cheapest. In some ways, over the last 5 years, since buying my Fat Bob, I've spent more and more on it. And this year, the epitome of all of that purchase is the 131 Stage 4. So really, it makes the bike almost impossible to sell. Oh, this jibs anyway. Although having said that, the 131 would have been passed there a lot more quickly. It's fast enough. You don't need the 131, you really don't. Don't take any notice of me, don't waste your money. But if you just want that slightly bigger, quite a lot bigger smile, then you get the 131. To be honest, I think if I was buying a brand new Harley today, would I buy my Fat Bob or would I buy this? Would I buy the Road Glide? Well, Road Glide, whether their headlights are changing like the CVO, it doesn't quite do it for me like it did. I'm not sure what's happened to the standard CVOs next year. Standard Road Glide next year. Road Glide does look crazy. This is quite a lot cheaper than the Road Glide. You don't have that fairing. And the Street Glide, which is one of the most popular Harleys, you have the back wing fairing. You don't have any of that wind protection for touring. One of my favourite pieces of road, and a bit wet and greasy, so be careful, but it doesn't feel as planted anywhere near as my Fat Bob. The road is a little bit greasy, nationals are here, and yeah, I'm not going to let you use that. Road's really shitty. How is it on this slightly twisty road? That feels pretty good. It's not quite the same turn in as Fat Bob. In fact, no other Harley Milwaukee 8 will turn in as surprisingly well as Fat Bob. But this is pretty good. It just feels just a little bit more stockish, that's all. Once in the corner, it's fairly stable. Doesn't need a lot of counter steering. I think maybe another mod to do to this would be the lids, like I've done on Fat Bob, which really does help keep it planted when you've got a slightly bumpy road like this. You can keep the bike more stable in those corners and more planted and in, keeping the line. But actually, smooth corner, fine. So I think, yeah, it's just one of those mods you can do if you're into cranking it over. Maybe a little suspension modification could be all you need. Now, it's difficult for me to comment on the suspension of this bike at the moment because this has got the standard Harley suspension. My bike has now got full O-lins, front and rear, so a bumpy road like this, it's going to feel better and more controlled, less likely to jar. So this is what I would say would be, it's a very positive ride, as in I can feel what's going on. It's not wallowy, it's reasonably firm, but this is a rough old East Anglian road, and actually it's dealing with it very nicely. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you like the look of this bike and the price is okay, then it's definitely one to consider, because it's, I think, pretty bloody good. Also say that a few chosen mods, or a lot if you wish, you can sit there with your beer and just think, that looks the bollocks, I love it. And enjoy riding more too. I think taller bars, or some people call them ape hangers, probably not too tall, but I do think they make a bike look good. Well, I think those taller bars, almost ape hanger-like, would make this look even better. Would it be comfortable? That's another thing. You know, a little bit higher up, I think that would be quite cool. I've stopped at RAF Ratting Common. You've seen me here before, but particularly important as this Sunday, as I'm filming this, will be Remembrance Sunday, where we remember the amazing servicemen and women of the UK who've kept us free for so many years, fought, as they would have done here from RAF Ratting Common, keep Hitler at bay during World War II. And yeah, it's an honour to look at such a fantastic bike here at Ratting Common, and just think about those guys. Right, let's look at the bike. Now standing beside the rather stunning Road King. Let's go round and look at the features of this beast. So it was called Road King Special, but I think the non-special was discontinued this year. Now it's a bike, as with most Harleys, but this is particularly about the look. Just look at that. The stunning 114 engine, and then just like the big Tourers, you've got the panniers that come down, the big panniers, and overlap the exhausts. Just look at that lovely rear. That is very, very cool, I think. Yeah, that's good. You've then got very comfortable, big seat, much bigger than Fat Bob, very comfortable. Of course, you could change that if you want. The passenger seat, probably not so big, but again, easily changed. I go for a sissy bar and some sort of rack there as well, or removable one, just like I've got on Fat Bob. But what I do like, now what makes this a better sort of all-round beast compared to my Fat Bob is, look at that big front mudguard. So the Fat Bob has a tiny little stubby thing, so you get sprayed with mud and rubbish. The rear wheel, of course, is covered by a mudguard that comes right down there, unlike Fat Bob, where it sprays mud and sludge everywhere. So if you're out in bad weather, this isn't going to get as shitty, and you're not going to get half your legs covered in mud. But just look at that front. Let's get it turned on so you can see the light. I think it looks great from the front, and as one of my friends has done, swap these out for running lights, and then it really does stand out and looks the part. I think these bars could be done so that they're a little bit higher and a different style. That would be quite a nice modification. Not essential in any way whatsoever. Engine, of course, this is stage 1, so it makes the right sound, which I would say is the minimum modification that one should make for a Harley to be truly a Harley and sound as it should sound. The whole profile of this is just classical, but also got that modern touch with that LED, beautiful I think stunning LED headlight. Yeah, it's a great looking machine, it really is. And probably a more sensible purchase than Fat Bob. But probably not quite as much fun. Not quite as much fun on a twisty road. Not quite as sporty. But then, if you want sporty, do you buy a Harley? Maybe. Do you want smiles? Do you buy a Harley? Yes, you do indeed. Now the major difference, of course, is with Fat Bob you just got pegs, but this has running boards, so you can move your feet backwards and forwards. Very nice indeed for long distance, all day comfort. You've got, very sensibly, some crash bars. I don't think crash bars suit Fat Bob, but they suit, very much so, the Road King. It looked brilliant. And of course, if you do drop it by accident when washing, as I've done before, the worst you can happen is a little bit of paint gets scratched off. And it's probably easy to pick it up because it doesn't go over that far. So yeah, I mean, some of you might say black. Oh no, black. There's lots of other colours. There are other colours, of course, personal choice. And probably the thing with a bike like this, if you really wanted to go for a colour that's amazing, get a paint shop to get it painted how you want it. You know, the black's the cheapest starting point if you're going to do that sort of paintwork. I think this could suit very much like my Fat Bob with the orange inserts there on the engine, and the black push rods and the orange bases to those, just to be a little bit different and get rid of the chrome. But you might prefer it as it is, which would be a great thing for you because you then don't spend lots of money on ridiculously expensive stuff. One of the things to note here, just as with Fat Bob, you do have twin discs at the front, so plenty of stopping power. The rear brake feels brilliant. You've got this massive, look at that, brake pedal for the rear brake. So it makes using the rear brake really quite a pleasure and very, very easy. It's quite nice as you're coming up to a junction, you know, just to balance those two brakes. And it's a lot easier to do that with that pedal than it is on my Fat Bob. So all in all, I think it's something really good looking with this machine. And what a fantastic basis to start, if you wish, to do some mods and make it look even more personal to you. Right, let's get back to Harley Davidson and see if my Fat Bob is ready for collection. Look at that. And listen to that. Lovely. Well, it looks like it's brightening up. Let's carry on our lovely ride. Still quite greasy in places, but what a lovely road to ride on this morning. Coming out on cold days is fine. Got lots of layers on. Got my heated battery powered gloves on, so I'm toasty really. Not a problem. Yeah, certainly going to give you some smiles riding this on a country lane like this. Despite the extra weight and the longer wheelbase compared to my Fat Bob, it's still really quite addictive going on the road like this. I'm deliberately just staying in top gear on this slightly twisty, beautiful Suffolk road, seeing how I get on. Of course, one of the great things about Harley Milwaukee 8 is you can be a lazy rider. This is a lazy rider bike if you want it to be. Sit back, relax, stick it in top gear, you know, well, above sort of 40 miles an hour anyway, and just let it pull you along. God, how lucky am I to be out on this beautiful bike. Such a beautiful day. Just mega. Only thing missing is a few of my mates. Let's tell you about another feature of Harley Davidson. It isn't just this bike, but all Harley Davidsons that I haven't really talked about recently, but I think is very important to talk about. Oh, what the hell? It is the Harley Owners Group, HOG. In other words, when you buy a new Harley Davidson, you get a 1-year membership to HOG. And I think at Newmarket Harley Davidson, you also get 1 year's free membership to Fenlanders HOG, which isn't, I think it costs a lot of money anyway to be a member. But what do you get for that? You're a member of Harley Owners Group. The Fenlanders what? Well, the Fenlanders I've been a member of for 5 years now, and it was okay. Not really a lot seemed to happen when I first got my fat bob, so didn't get involved. Then about 3 years after I'd been into ownership, been a member, a few things changed locally, and the Harley Owners Group, the Fenlanders, has really taken off into a fantastic bunch of guys and girls. I mean, the loveliest people you could ever wish to meet. All sorts of different people, but made so many friends. And we do a lot of rides. I tend not to video them. I'm one of the road captains now, so it means I get to plan some rides, which I love doing, leading people on the sort of roads I like this maybe, and stopping a lot for cups of tea and drinks, not alcoholic, of course. But Harley Owners Group is superb, and now I've really gotten into it. You know, I went to my first rally this year. I might put some of the clips of video I filmed from that rally. It was called the Cider Rally. It was at Western Supermare, and it was just the most brilliant weekend. Brilliant weekend. Riding Harley Davidsons, and you know, it was on the Pontins holiday camp, so no sleeping in a grubby tent. Actually, a very clean and comfortable chalet. So that's a good reason to get a Harley. I know there are other owners group for other bikes, but I think some of them can be quite intimidating, because I think a lot of other bike groups, they go like hell everywhere. And one of the things we do for the Harley rides, which wouldn't suit everybody, but to suit a lot of you guys who are watching this, I think, is we go steadily. Well, we go swiftly, but we don't break the speed limit. We make sure we ride so that every rider can enjoy the ride and not feel stressed. We stop for breaks. We make sure the route is as safe as possible, and safety comes into it all the time. So we don't really want people having any issues with having to do silly speed to catch up and all that sort of stuff, as you may find on other group rides you've experienced or know about or hear about. So it's the polar opposite of a load of sports bikes out, or certain YouTubers who have followings, and you follow them, and yes, speeds can be 3 figures, and I don't mean kilometres an hour either. It's okay if you're happy with that, and actually a lot of people are. Fine. In fact, I'm quite happy with it. But I'm more happy enjoying a leisurely ride with your friends, stopping lots of banter, and that's what Hog's about. So do take that into consideration. If that's something that appeals to you, and it really, really appeals to me, now I'm a member. Amazing, I didn't buy the Harley to be a member necessarily. Harley Davidson is very clever because it hooks you into the ownership. You need to own a Harley Davidson really to be a member. And if you come on the rides, well, yeah, I have taken a BMW, shh, don't tell anyone, on one of the ride outs. But that was when my Harley was in for its a 131 modification. So to join in the ride and help with road captaining, as we call it, had to use the BMW. Boo. Anyway, I did feel a bit out of place, but they all understood. Harley Davidson is not just about the bike, it's an ownership experience that certainly at Newmarket with the Fenlanders, come and join us if you buy one from there. Get involved, because if you like riding with friends, decent people, not having any stress, join the countryside. Come and join in. You'll be more than welcome. had a problem with the heater grips, so they're sorting that out at Newmarket. Hence why the bike's here. It's going to have a little bit of paint correction done at the same time, which is nice. And they've got a great detailer here at Newmarket, so bike is safe in their hands. And yeah, and I'm lucky because yesterday was rain before, and today, look, the roads are greasy, but it's not raining. It's a brilliant day to borrow this wonderful machine. Really enjoying riding this. Really enjoying riding this Road King. I have to say, I think if I was buying new today, I'm gonna be putting my hair out trying to decide which bike would I buy. Road King, Road Glide, or Fat Bob. That would be very difficult. Okay, price is such that there's the price for Fat Bob, lowest of the three. This is the Road King, that's the price for it there. And then the Road Glide Special, there's a price for it there. And all three, I think, in black, they're the colours of it, sort of the standard colour. So it would be very difficult for me today to choose, because each of the three bikes looks good. Road Glide, I think, probably has the edge on looks at the moment, but what's it going to look like in 2024? Will it have the CVO Road Glide headlight, which to me I'm not quite such a fan. I'm sure it's better, very good at being a headlight, but I prefer those sort of twin lights. And then there's this. Well, I love the headlight on this. I think this looks brilliant. And Fat Bob, I love the look of a Fat Bob. It's all engine. Well, literally all engine. There's not a lot else to it. And that's part of the fun. You know, you've got the minimal weight for a Harley and maximum smiles. Very good indeed. Road's still patchily wet in places, but will it be dry ahead? There's a lovely section of road coming up. Will it be dry enough for me to enjoy the bike a little bit more? Not yet. There must have been a shower here recently, because the roads are quite wet in places. So, bit of a shame, but I prefer to be cautious than in the hedge. I mean, this seat is exceptionally comfortable, I have to say, exceptionally comfortable. And really could sit here all day, I'm sure, without any issue at all. On the footboards, I can move my feet around. So all day riding this beauty. What a lovely prospect, eh? Long distance, a bit of touring, whatever you want, this is up for it. I'll watch out the potholes along here. But I'm not breaking the speed limit, I'm just going up to the speed limit, and I'm just having a lovely time. You see, if you're on the sports bike along there, you'd be 6 miles an hour. Oh, I'm yawning. Oh, I'll be yawning away. No. On a Harley like this, you're happy and smiling without doing ridiculous speeds, which is just great. In the stud area at Newmarket, lots of studs. They keep horses and beautifully manicured hedges and fences everywhere. That's what makes for a lovely ride out. But the horses we like, of course, are Harley horses. Not very funny, was it? Never mind. I can't decide whether I'd buy this or the Fat Bob. From today's ride, if they were the same price, okay, put it that way, if they were the same price, would I buy this or Fat Bob? I think I'd buy this. I think I would. It may not be quite the hooligan quarter monster, but actually it's absolutely fine. I think the few tasteful mods on this, you know, you're gonna, yeah. I do think this would be my choice if they were the same price. Unfortunately, at at different prices I would consider that differently. However, having said that, despite my fat bob being 5 years old, it looks like, well, unless you look too close, it generally looks like new. And, you know, don't need to change it, do I? And I've spent far too much on it. Far too much. And I promised some time ago to make a video on all of the mods on Fat Bob, and I still haven't made that video. And didn't even add up what they all come to. Maybe we'll do that in the video and just see how much money I've spent on the Fat Bob. There's something wasted, because it's made me very happy. Yeah, it's quite an easy bike to move around at slower speeds in town. Don't have any worries about the weight. No, these bikes are heavy, but I think most of the weight's low down on this. Got a low seat. Don't be intimidated by the weight figures. It's not really going to be an issue, just as long as you're careful where you park it, in terms of, you know, so that there's no reverse gear, put it that way, like some big bikes have. Now, some of you may have seen the video of me testing a Ducati Multistrada, with the consideration that could that take over from my BMW, and no, because of the sort of vibrations, etc., which I didn't think were particularly pleasant. Well, Harley Davidsons do vibrate on takeover, but actually, well, having said that, my Fat Bob doesn't do very much vibrating now. Seems that the 131 is a bit more race-tuned, maybe, and it doesn't tend to vibrate as much as it could. The vibrations you get, sort of when you're static, ticking over, and at low engine speeds, I mean like below 1,500, it's just lovely. It's a lovely vibration. It's crazy to say that. It's not something that's going to annoy you. It's just there, it's thumping, it's alive, it's a heartbeat. Whereas the vibration I got from Ducati was just, you know, it was going along at speed like this. Unless I had it in a higher gear, it wasn't a pleasant vibration. Where this is, there's not many vibes now. I'm doing 30 in fourth gear, but this is alive. Harley Davidson, when they built the Milwaukee 8, I think initially I hear a story that they balanced the engine so well that it was as smooth as a BMW engine, which didn't really, it lost its character. So they actually put some vibration back, but not too much, and they got it right. These are alive, they feel great, and again, some of you who already have got Harleys, yeah, you know it. These are different to any other bike. There's nothing else like a Harley. Back at Newmarket, plenty of fuel in the bike for whoever goes out next. It's a very, very good looking machine. Just look at that. I think it's a very good call if you're buying a Harley. If you can afford this one, this is a great call, because it does everything really well, as a Harley should be. Right, I better go and see if Fat Bob's ready. There we go. That was a lot of fun. The Road King, beautiful machine. Thoroughly recommend you come and try one of these here at Newmarket or your local dealer. Remember, here at Harley you have the Fenlanders Chapter you can join as well, which is just awesome. And well, look at this, over 5 years old, heater grips repaired, which is great, under warranty, which is even better. And whilst it was in, Trog has, the detailer here, has sorted the tank out, got the swirls out. Look at that, looks like new. Brilliant. Anyway, better than looking at it is to ride it. This feels a bit more compact than the Road King, and it is, I guess, more compact. Most of the engine and some wheels. Certainly a lighter feel, more nimble feel to the Fat Bob. has got the Avon tyres, shorter wheelbase, less weight, power. Not that makes a difference to how nimble it feels. That is quick as fuck. 131 is a crazy thing. Well, riding the Road King was superb. Coming back on Fat Bob, superb as well. The difference, well, more nimble, faster of course, with the 131, but that Road King is a crazily lovely looking machine, and it's going to be very comfortable for long journeys. You're going to look good. It's up to you, but get yourself along to Newmarket Harley Davidson for a test ride, and I'm sure you'll have a big smile. Anyway, thanks for watching Fen Tour today. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and all that sort of stuff, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.